Those are very unique, and the more unique, the better. All right. Oh, now we're going to move you guys over here. Reposition my camera a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to go over is from the desktop website perspective. We also, the card trading marketplace has an app that is very convenient, and it's a new app for it connects directly with the website details, so you're able to add and buy and whatnot from the app also, and it makes selling on card trading marketplace much easier for listing your cards. So I would recommend downloading the app if you're planning on going the card trading marketplace route. Alright, so first off, we're going to card trading marketplace. Okay, so this is the website. Make sure the camera is good to go. Alright, so this is what you look at when you first get here. And as a buyer, I would recommend you go up here to okay, see, okay, yeah, okay. Alright, to the top right, the little person icon, click that. And if you're going to, speaking of get that, and if you're going to log in, this is the login page for your seller. So you're able to go in and list, but we're going to go from the buyer aspect first. So go back home. Alright, so first off, on the main page you can see they have featured cards which are randomized each day. They have 8, and if you see one right off the bat you can add to cart, but you may want to go through all the details first. Alright, so we'll go to view all cards, and on the left first is all your categories. So you have Cardsmiths, Disney, Magic the Gathering, Marvel, Pokemon, and then sports cards, baseball, basketball, football, soccer, wrestling. And as more cards get listed, they'll definitely add more categories as needed. And then you can also, right here, you can adjust your price range. So if you only wanted to see $100 cards for say, you just put it up to close to 100, and then you bring this back down all the way to 100. So now put that at 0. Let's put this out. This is 0. Yeah, come back here. 1. If I can type right. Alright, well, we'll just leave it at 14 for now. Okay, and anyways, it brings up any cards from 14 to 102. But in this case, we'll have them all listed. Alright, so it comes up, and if you want to do, let's just say, baseball cards. Click on baseball cards, and it lists all the different... These are all, by the way, these are from the sellers that are on here. Not all of them have the same picture style. They're all different. Like this is from Scott's Cards. This is from Melvo's Cardboard. And let's say you wanted to look more at this vintage baseball, basketball lot. You just click on it, and it'll open it up. And over here you have, it automatically zooms in on the picture, which is convenient. And then you can go down here to the next picture, and you just keep going through the pictures. And then up here you can make an offer or ask a question. To make an offer or ask a question, you just enter your name, your email, and your inquiry, and then you just hit submit. So here, let's just say we wanted to buy, so we go to add to cart. Vintage has been added to your cart. So now we go up to the top right, you'll see in the cart there's a little 1 now, and now it shows the item. So down here you go to either view my cart or checkout. You can go to checkout, and then here is where you enter your information. Like if you're a returning customer, you can click here to log in, or if you have a coupon, you can enter your coupon code, and you can either pay via a Google Pay, or you can enter your billing details and your shipping details, and then your card information, or you can enter your bank account if you want to use your bank account instead of your cards. And then you click I'm not a robot, I agree, and then once it's all put on there, you place order, and it's that simple. So now we'll go back. There we go. Now we're back there. I'm going to go back to my cart here for a second and remove item. There we go. It's removed. Okay. So that's basically the gist of how you search the marketplace for whatever card you want to do. All right. Next up, we will go down. If you want to become a writer of Card Trading Marketplace, you come all the way down to the very bottom. Hit want to become a CTM writer, click here to learn more. You click that, and then it'll open up to the Write for Card Trading Marketplace website, or page on the website. And then it'll tell you exactly what you get, topics they're looking for, submission guidelines, and then here you submit your pitch. You enter your information. Sample portfolios, additional information, and you submit your pitch, and then that'll go to the admin, and they'll review it, and they'll let you know whether you got approved or not. All right, go back home. All right, another easy way, if you're browsing, like let's say you're browsing About Us, then you can just go to Marketplace, and it'll automatically open up the Marketplace. All right, so if you want to go to My Account, that's where you log in. Here's your FAQ at the top, and nice little FAQ if you have any questions. And here's membership details. This is your membership. If you, for $15 a month, you get this, and you get a 30-day free trial. Or you can go to the $5 a month, and you get this, and you start a free trial. And here you'll be billed immediately with the $5. Alright, so now that we've got that taken care of, now we'll go through the selling aspect. So let me go ahead and log in. So you'll actually, you know what, before I do that, as a new seller, if you wanted to apply to become a vendor, you go right here to the very top of the screen, go to the orange vendor registration, which is right here. Click that, and then here's where you enter your registration information: username, email. You'll get a verification code to the email, your name, your store name, however you want your store name to be. Like in my case, it was B's Card Emporium, and then that's how it'll look on the website. It'll be cardtradingmarketplace.com/vault/ and then your store name. So that's important to make sure you get that right the first time. All right, address, city, postal, blah blah blah, password, and then you hit register. So that's simple. All right, so now once you're registered, let me go ahead and log in. I'm not a robot. I'm just gonna do remember me. So this is not a shared computer anyway, so. Alright, now here is the fun part. This is your seller dashboard. Welcome to the Card Trading Marketplace dashboard. Chad Swanson, that's me, and my logo. And in here is going to be your basic information, your gross sales this month, your admin fees this month, your sold in this month, and your received in this month for orders. So you can, it has a nice little chart, shows you if you had any sales. It'll show you the respective chart details. You can scroll down. This will be your store analytics. This is your number of views that happen at your store. Like for example, May 8th, I had 21 daily views for that day. and it went down a little bit to 18 on May 9th, etc., etc. So it goes for basically a week at a time to let you know how your store viewing is doing. And then over here to the right is your sales by product. Notifications is next. Inquiries, that's if someone sends you a message or an offer about one of your cards, you'll get it there. Store stats, orders, products, awaiting fulfillment, 8 products. I currently have 8 products on my store, and 0 products are out of stock. And then latest topics. Okay. So now on the left, if you become a writer, you're going to have access to the media post. So we won't really go over that right now. And then we'll write a post. Okay, products. Here's where you list all products. So it has all my 8 of them. Each product shows the picture, shows the name, shows as published. That's important. That means it's actually listed on your store. In stock, I have 1 of those. I have my price. I have my category. This for the Marvel category. And here it's under simple, type. And then right next to that, the 20, that's the number of views on that particular listing. So that means that's how many times someone clicked on that listing to go to it. And then I uploaded it May 10th. And then to the right under actions, you have edit, archive product, view product, or delete. So there you go. And then now the more important thing is up here, add new or products export. The export is just to download a CVS of your product list. And so add new, you click here, you keep that on simple product, that's fine. And you don't need to fill out any of this catalog, virtual, or downloadable if you're doing trading cards. Here you enter your product title, your card title, however you want it to word. You list your price next. You list your sale price if you want that. Here's a short description. If you want that, that's just going to appear underneath the picture. And you just enter something small, something basic. And down here is your main description. That's what's going to appear down below under the actual card details. So that's where you want to put your important stuff. All right, up here on the right is your picture icon. You click that and you go to upload files, which is on the top left. Here you select files and you select your cards. I've already selected these already, but I'll do it for example. So you just double click and see how it's loading the card on the top left. It's going to load it into your storage. And then now it has a blue check mark. So then you click select and that'll automatically put it into that spot for your listing. And I don't need to do that right now because I already have a listing on my card and we're not making a listing on this right now. So if I wanted to, for example, I would just click that and click select and see how it automatically loads that picture. That would be your first picture. That would be your main picture. And then down here would be your second picture. So let's say I want to do that one. So there he is. Now you have 2 pictures. You have in this case I have it backwards. But normally I would have my front picture and my back picture on the bottom. And then this is important. This is your categories. So you want to list whether it's a Disney, Magic the Gathering, Marvel, Pokemon, sports cards. If it's sports cards, no matter what kind of sports cards, you would just select that. Because when a buyer goes to search categories, they're going to look for the particular category that they want. And if you don't have any of these selected, your card won't show up as easily. Okay, tags. Tags are also important. For example, if I'm doing a Marvel card for this particular one, I would want to do Marvel, comma, green laser, or comma, name of the card. In this case, it's Gorgon. That way, when people put in the search box Marvel, because I have a Marvel tag, it's automatically going to pop up as a Marvel listing. So those tags are important. Just you can put as many as you want. So All right, down here, I don't usually use the SKU myself, but if you wanted to, for whatever reason, to label it however you want to do it, you can. Manage stock, I usually select that. Stock quantity, I usually put 1. And then go over here to shipping. See, this is a little bit different than the app. On the app, you don't have to enter this information. This is just for the desktop, so it's a little bit smoother. But on here, you go to weight, like 0.3 ounces, or whatever you might want to put for the package or for the card. Dimension, shipping class, and ready to ship, I always put 1 business day. Tax status, I always do shipping only. And then attributes, I don't really use attributes myself, but you can always use them if you want. Linked, you can link these to a certain product. And I don't bother with this. I leave the policy fields as they are because they're already defaulted in there. So once you have all the information entered, you just hit submit, and it'll automatically list that product for sale into your store. And it's just basically that simple, and it's even simpler through the app. It's fewer steps as far as these details go. Alright, so now that we've gone through how to add products, let's go over to orders. These are where your listing of orders are going to be. These are everybody here. They list the gross sales. The admin fee is how much we pay, the percentage to the admin. In this case, because it was a lower value card, it was 10%. Alright, and we have those 4. Now we go over to payments. We have no payments in the table as of right now for this May 1st to May 31st, because those sales happen before May 1st. But anytime you get your payment, it'll pop up in here. Coupons. If you ever create a coupon, like for example, I did a 10% discount coupon. It's obviously expired now, but this is where it would create, and you click add new, you enter your information, and then you hit submit. Okay. Customers, this is your list of different customers that have signed up and have purchased from you. The customers that did purchase from me, they didn't necessarily sign up for an account at the time. They did it via guest form, so it did not pop up here, which is fine. And then if you ever have to do a refund, this is your refund box. It'll pop up with the option, and then allow you to do the refund. Okay, add to my store. These are all the different listings of other sellers' cards. And if you want to add them to your store catalog, then you just go over here to add to my store. But you wouldn't necessarily need to, because they're someone else's cards. So unless you buy the card and you receive it, you could then, as long as they haven't deleted it, you could then add it to your store if you were selling it, and then you could edit the details, etc. Alright, this is the important one as a seller. This is your settings button. These are what you want to fill out. So you have your store name, your store slug, your store email, and if you want to have a phone number, I don't have a phone number, so I don't put that in there. Alright, here's your logo. Now this is the important thing. For your store banner, this is what appears on your desktop, the store banner. So it's very important to follow these size requirements. 1650 by 350 for the store banner. This one is my mobile banner. This one just shows up if someone uses their cell phone to view my store. So that's why I have it shortened and squeezed in there, because that looks better on my store. And for mobile banner, it's 520 by 250. Okay, and you leave that as static image. Store list banner, that's also going to resemble what your store desktop banner will be. Same exact process, same exact size, so don't change those two. Put the same picture there. And then here's your shop description. That'll be under your store details for any potential buyers. Welcome to my humble home. This is the one-stop stop for all things TCG and non-sports cards, blah, blah, blah. All right. And so location. This is obviously my post office box in case someone needs to send a card to. All right. Payment is where you enter your payment details, your bank account details, or your Zelle details. Shipping is important. So shipping is, I have it set for processing for 1 business day for processing time, but you can do any of these. The quicker the better, obviously. And you want to have enabled shipping on. And I have shipping by zone. And then down here is where you would have your different shipping methods. Like for example, here I have the PWE, secure cardboard mailer, no tracking, and small box, USPS ground advantage. So I would click edit and I would click add shipping method. And for example, this is what it looks like for me. PWE secure cardboard mailer, no tracking. This is what it would show up from a buyer perspective if they were going to buy a card and look at your shipping options. And it would show $1.29, and you can leave the rest of this blank. Then you just hit save method settings. Okay, and same thing for a small box or bubble mail or however you want to word it. But now if you don't want 2 different shipping methods, then you just put bubble mailer option, and then that would leave off this one. But I like to have both options for the seller or for the buyer. All right, SEO. All right, this is the SEO where, if you're not familiar with SEO, that's where it's going to go through search engines. And so that's why it's called SEO, search engine optimization. And I have my name, and then I have my meta keywords. That's if someone searches for, let's say, sports cards in their trading card, their Google. It has a better chance of popping up my store. Same thing with non-sports cards, etc. So it's important to have as many meta keywords as you can, and then meta descriptions, trading cards. All right, and then down here you do your Facebook and Twitter setup. And because when I have a Twitter, it'll pop up on my store as a little Twitter icon. Store policies, these are all automatically defaulted for the store, so you don't have to adjust these. This is what these card trading marketplace designed for all the sellers to make it easy on us, so you don't have to edit any of those. Okay, customer support, this is just the address and the email, and store hours, you can fill that out or you don't have to fill that out, it's up to you. Alright, ledger book. Alright, here is how much that I've earned, $35.80. $35.80 has been withdrawn into the account and sent back to my bank account, and it has all the details. So there you go. Reports. This is basically sales by date, the first one. So if I go to year, so these are when I had my sales. So March 1st, I had gross sales of $38.70. And there you go. So reviews. This is always fun. Now, reviews is kind of interesting because it doesn't automatically, unless it's changed, it didn't automatically let them know to review the product afterwards. I'm not sure if it's different now and it gives them a reminder, but if they do submit a review, it would pop in here, and then it would be originally under pending, and you can read the review, and then you can hit approve if it's a positive review, and then it'll pop up under approved, and it'll pop up underneath your store details with however many stars it gave you and the review name, review title, and everything. All right, memberships. This is where you go and pick out your memberships, as I mentioned before, and log out. Okay, and then up here is your my store. Right there is your toggle menu if you want to shrink it. But if you click my store, it'll open up to my store. See, that's how the banner looks with that size. Here's my logo, my name, my email, my 5 stars. And then over here is my categories. I have Pokemon and Marvel. And in this case, I'll figure out which card I have that's accidentally labeled Pokemon. Obviously, as you see here, I have no Pokemon. I have all but Marvel. So these are all the listings. You can click on one of them and it'll come up with all the details. And this is important because you want to be able to get your card listed out into the social media realm so people can see it and get visibility on it. So you have an option for Facebook, you have an option for X, Reddit, or you can just generalized share and you get the link to copy it into wherever you want. So like if you wanted to do X, it'll pop up a X post just like that, and you can either post it as is or type whatever you want, but don't change the link because otherwise you won't get this picture with the price. Always leave that link just the same how it is. So it's important every time you get a product listed, and then regularly you definitely want to share your listings among social media to increase the chance of you getting sales. Okay, I think, and then down here, here's that description box I was telling you about when you created your listing. This is where it'll pop up. This is important because these are all your important details. And then it has related products. Since I did Marvel, it has other Marvel cards down here. All right, and then here is reviews. If a buyer or whatever wanted to review this particular card, they could give it a 5-star or 1-star and then list the review. More offers. This is just if you want to offer on this particular product, and right now there's no offers on here. Store policies. They just list all the store policies and inquiries, and there's no inquiries yet on this. And then as you see, here's the tags, here's the Marvel. All right, so that takes care of that. If you have any questions or need any more information, let me know in the comments or send me a DM on X or any of the social media platforms I'm on. But anyways, that is a rundown in Card Trading Marketplace. It's not hard at all once you are getting set up and to list the cards, and it's 10 times easier to list cards on the app also. So if you are going to be a seller on Card Trading Marketplace, you definitely want to download the app for sure. It's going to be available on both. It's already available on Android, and I believe it's almost done getting approved for the Apple. So, but I would definitely recommend giving Card Trading Marketplace a try if you're a seller, because you really don't have anything to lose. It's free. You're not going to cost anything to sign up, but it will cost for the membership, which I do recommend looking at and getting. It's not expensive, and the benefits outweigh the negatives. But you can list your cards. You get the fee percentage is a lot less than eBay. So from that aspect, you're taking home more money for each sale, especially if you get into the higher dollar cards. Basically, the fee's nothing. I mean, it's very small. So, anyways, feel free to let me know if you have any questions or contact the admin on X. But anyways, that is the rundown of Card Trading Marketplace. I hope it was clear and easy to understand, and hopefully, more importantly, you were able to see everything. I mean, I see it on my phone. I just hope the text wasn't too small or anything. So, all right. So let's go and move back over here and back down we go. All right. Anywho, well, I thank you guys for joining me, and I thank you all for going through the cards with me and going through the rundown of CTM. Appreciate your patience with everything, and look forward to more videos, especially as I build up my empty boxes. I still have to get one more row, so if you guys happen to have any non-sports or TCG empty boxes laying around that you don't need, feel free to hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to take them off your hands. Anywho, you guys and gals enjoy. Thank you very much, and if you haven't, I recommend you click the subscribe button on YouTube. We're almost to the 50 mark for being able to do mobile live, which will be fun. But the subscribe button will allow you to get notified whenever I do new videos and post new videos. So it's helpful from your guys' aspect to sign up, but not just for my aspect. All right, that does it. So you guys and gals have fun and never lose the love of the hobby.